The next award, I want everyone just to say a little silent prayer for me right now, because you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. I can do this. The next award was a very special award that I was going to give someone who worked very hard. And, you know, Joanne just mentioned that this group is family. And it's funny, I come from a very small family. My mother was an only child, and my father's family just dispersed in the wind. So there's not very many of us. So I do consider praying off my family. I've been to weddings, I've been to mother's funerals, I've been to I've been to baby showers, we've gone dancing, we've snowshoed, we've done so much together. So when Patty called me and gave me the news that we had lost Steve Lonergan, I felt like I had lost someone from my family. I felt like I had lost a brother. And I took it bad. I took it bad, there's no denying, because I was being kind of selfish. I took it bad because I didn't want to give him up. I didn't want to let him go. And on Sunday I went to his wake, and you guys, so many of you were there, and Joanne and Jean really helped me get through it by sitting there with me and Charmaine. And I got home, and it was August 1st, and I hadn't changed the calendars yet. And I used the Holy Family calendar. So I went to change the calendar, and there was Jesus crying at the tomb of Lazarus. And it said that Jesus' friends were Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. Not his family, they were his friends. And Jesus stopped and he said, I am the resurrection and the life. And I stopped right then and I said, do you believe that, Ellen? Do you believe it? And in a moment, what flashed through my mind were strawberries, blueberries, blue jays, robins, squirrels, nuts, everything in the world, all the beauty, all the differentiation. And I said, that could not be random. And I thought of our stubbornness and our nature, and what could we believe? We could believe that Jesus died for our sins because we couldn't get to heaven without some sort of payment. And I stopped right there and I said, I do believe that. I do believe that Jesus is the resurrection and the life. And then it said he wept and prayed, and then Lazarus came back to life. Jesus wept because he knew what it was like to lose a friend, even though he knew he would bring him back to life. He gave us permission to mourn. He gave us permission to say how sad we are. And Steve was going to get his 60-pound award last week. Now, he loved Pray It Off. He loved this group. And when Bob and Judy got their heads together on my birthday and did all those hats, remember? I'm going to put it on the blog, maybe not today, tomorrow, the next day. This is what I want you to listen for. When you watch that video, you just close your eyes, because all you can hear is Steve belly laughing. Bob put the hot dog hat on and Steve was roaring. He put the hamburger hat on, Steve was roaring. I listened to it. A lot of people went and saw his witness on the blog. It's still there from June. But I went in there and I just wanted to hear him laugh. And that's when I realized how selfish I was, because I didn't want to let him go. I wanted to hang on to him. But he's seen Jesus' face. He's done his work. I love that guy. I loved him. He was the first one to tell you congratulations if you lost a few pounds. He was the first one to say it's okay if you gained a few. He was an early bird, and I'll never forget, you guys are going to be a little surprised by this, but one night he was an early bird and Bob was supposed to get gas, he was supposed to get a receipt or something, and he did something wrong. And I know this is hard for you to believe, I was a little snappy to Bob. I was like, and so then Steve had to come in and get weighed right after that. So guess what Steve says to me? He says, you know, we husbands can be a little exasperating at times. I thought, how how beautiful. Instead of saying, well, I can't believe you were snappy to Bob, and Bob's a nice guy. When he said, we husbands. And I just hugged him. And 2 weeks ago, I gave him a huge hug. I said, I love you. He knew I loved him. And if people say, why is Ellen always telling me she loves me? Why is Ellen always hugging me? Well, when I went to my 15-year college reunion, I dropped my 10-year-old daughter off at my mom's house. And I said, should I run in and say hey to my dad? And I said, yeah, I'll catch him later. So I go to my reunion. I'm having a fun time. I'm dancing and having a great time. And security came and got me because my dad had died. And I just kept saying, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And from that moment on, I was always like, whenever I saw somebody, I love you. You mean the world to me, because you don't know. You don't know. When he was out there doing his driveway, Loretta and Heather, they went by, they were talking to him. He looked fine. God wanted him. And I believe in special moments. I believe that there are times that we don't remember. God might ask a question. And I think he might have said, I got a job for the Pray It Off group, and I need someone to get it started until the rest of them get there. And I think Steve's hand went up first. I do. And I want to prayerfully play this song. I'm retiring his number. He will always be on the Pray It Off list. His seat will never be filled. His picture will always be in my book. Did I mention that I adored him? And we will prayerfully listen to this song, and then we'll have small group. Pray It Off will go on. It will go on. Steve would want it to go on. And I love you all too. So let's listen to this song.